Welcome to harvest season in Iowa. As the temperatures dip and an organized frenzy descends upon our farm fields, we gather together for a global dialogue. A dialogue with the power to influence the future of hunger, nutrition, poverty, and health across the earth. Our planet and global food systems have endured disruptions and dislocation from war, climate change, and epidemiological catastrophes. The feeling of fragility is palpable, and it begs the question, how do we feed a fragile world? One faced with wicked short and long-term shocks. The theme of the 2022 Borlaug Dialogue acknowledges that vulnerability while focusing on ending hunger and reducing the impacts of global climate change. Whether you are with us in Des Moines or joining from around the world, we welcome you and look forward to a dialogue without an analog. This gathering will be something new. We are in need of new ideas, new innovations, new ways of scaling, and so much more. This dialogue will be challenging, uplifting, and above all, innovative. We want to come away from this event being able to point to new collaborations and paths forward to address global food security. Together, we will build solutions to address the most pressing challenges associated with increasing the quantity, quality, and availability of healthy food for all. This year, the World Food Prize Foundation is excited to bring programming designed for deeper exploration of the transformation of global food systems. And we're also here to celebrate Cynthia Rosenzweig and Mahalingam Govindaraj, our 2022 World Food Prize and Borlaug Field Award recipients. We are pleased you've joined us for the 2022 Norman E. Borlaug International Dialogue, and we look forward to the next 3 days.
Welcome to the 2022 International Borlaug Dialogue. I can't tell you what a joy it is to welcome all of you to Des Moines. We have so many here and 1,000 joining us online virtually. We are so pleased to have assembled leaders and experts from 63 countries and 6 continents, all with so much energy, their focused attention on the pressing problems of global food insecurity and the mounting global hunger crisis we face. The triple threat of COVID, climate, and conflict demands that we simultaneously address multiple challenges that are faced by our global food systems now and in the future. We face challenges at an unprecedented scale with the global pandemic, what we call a climate emergency in the last couple of years especially, and regional conflicts that have been going on for quite some time, and now the war in Ukraine. Challenges to our food supply, distribution, and therefore impact on hunger for our most vulnerable regions. COVID, climate, and conflict. You will hear this throughout our 3 days together. We have been talking about these triple threats, the 3 C's, since the laureates launched a laureate letter early this year, but also before that and throughout this entire year. This week, we will squarely face the complex web of challenges, emphasizing scalable solutions and emphasizing how we can sustainably increase the quality, quantity, and availability of food for all. This is the mission of the World Food Prize Foundation. This year, there's an emphasis on climate change, particularly because the 2022 World Food Prize will be awarded on Thursday night to an esteemed climatologist and agronomist, Dr. Cynthia Rosenzweig. Throughout the week, we will recognize the call for integrating both agricultural adaptation needs and mitigation strategies. We're going to limit planetary warming and achieve the Sustainable Development Goals both. We're going to explore in depth how climate and agriculture impact each other. This has been Cynthia's work. We'll highlight strategies and technology innovations developed to tackle the weaknesses that we know are in our global food systems in production, distribution, and access. And we'll acknowledge the profound vulnerability that we all face, particularly, though, for the poor, the most vulnerable, malnourished, and those facing unequal recovery from these triple threat shocks. Our deliberations will examine tough issues. We're going to look at the importance of both industrial production agriculture and regenerative agriculture. What is the role for each? We'll also look at issues such as how can agriculture continue to play its vital role in feeding the world, and also how should developed countries bear an appropriate burden for greenhouse gas emission reductions while continuing to encourage and uplift countries to develop and prosper. We'll look at these and many other complex issues. And what you'll notice in our deliberations is they're infused with hope and action. There's so much incredible work going on in the world, and it's our job to uplift and magnify, focus on what's going well as all the challenges we face. Stakeholders are striving to mobilize financing and technology and all kinds of innovative solutions in order to achieve the sustainable goal number 2, zero hunger by 2030. Some say it's impossible. It's not going to happen. You cannot reach zero hunger. We say you have to try. We have to try. We owe it to next generations. The solutions are there. They must be upscaled. So, where are we headed this week? We have what I hope you'll find is an incredible agenda laid out. There's breakout sessions like you experienced this morning. There's more tomorrow. Networking opportunities, exhibits are downstairs, and they're online for our online audience. The virtual audience that is included today is also able to participate throughout the week. So we're so thankful for that. And our virtual audience includes our Global Youth Institute. The GYI is all virtual this year, and 270 delegates. They held their roundtables yesterday. They're hailing from 19 countries, and while we miss having them so much with us here in person, we are committed to bringing them. We miss having them here in person. We're committed to bringing them back in person next year. Roundtable experts, some of you have served as that, so thank you very much. Continue your support for our young people. These are our future Norman Borlaugs. We thank you, all of your students that are participating online and everyone supporting them, and we look forward to welcoming all of you back next year. Each day we offer 1 or 2 keynote speeches. We have panel discussions and special roundtable discussions of larger groups. Administrator Samantha Power opens us up tomorrow, 9 a.m. from the U.S. Agency for International Development. Shamaran Abed is here. He's CEO of BROC, the largest Southern Hemisphere and Bangladesh-based international development organization, and he's going to highlight their impact over 50 years. The 2022 laureate hosts a special panel session tomorrow afternoon of NASA leadership. First time we're ever welcoming NASA into this global food security deliberation here at the World Food Prize. And tomorrow afternoon, late in the day, we'll all come back here after breakout sessions and present the Norman E. Borlaug Award for Field Research and Application to Dr. Mahalingam Govindaraj. He is of Harvest Plus, and it'll be wonderful to celebrate him. Thursday, we start with roundtable discussions again on health and nutrition and a just transition. This is a most pertinent and centered discussion for us going forward. We have a high-level panel, including Africa Food Prize winner and the president of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Roger Voorhees. We'll welcome online Dr. Uma Thurman, Uma Lele. I always say that, Uma Lele, who's an economist, renowned economist, but couldn't make it to be with us in person. Thursday, we have 6 ministers of agriculture from a variety of countries around the world, and Our own U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack will close us out. So, throughout the week, you'll have the opportunity to meet folks from Farming First. They'll be summarizing our discussions, available to talk with you, and they provide a daily recap. So thank you to Farming First. Online, we'll be seeking your questions, your comments throughout the entire event and posting them both on social media and on Excel events. So share your thoughts on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and using the hashtag FoodPrize2020. FoodPrize22. So, just a couple of special features about this year's dialogue. I hope that you'll see we have an increasingly diverse set of perspectives that we're offering. International perspectives, local to global. There's more gender balance in all of our programming, and this means more women in leadership positions brought to the stage. And we have young professionals and leaders on stage every day. Gender and youth. These two topics are so pressing, but you will not see two individual sessions focused on gender and youth. No, they are infused throughout all discussions because the issues of gender equality and youth engagement need to be in every project and activity that we're undertaking, all policies. So we're taking that approach. We'll be focusing on solutions and mobilizing to scale up because we know we must accelerate the pace of implementation of all of these tremendous activities going on. So you're all experiencing our new venue, our new look and feel. We hope that you find it comfortable and accessible, but let us know. We're looking for your feedback. We want to be of service to our global food security community. That's our job. So, a little bit about the food of this event. We are conducting the first International Borlaug Dialogue as a no food waste event. So, what you'll find is this is paramount that we address no food waste. We know that 1/3 of all food grown is wasted, and particularly in developing countries, of course, in the early stages, and in our own United States and developed countries, it's later in the supply chain. So our in-person events are really going to try to focus on this. We have special offerings of diverse and sustainable meals, such as the one that you just had. You'll see smaller portion sizes. We have plans for upscaling leftovers and for distributing any leftover food. And I have to say, I hope we planned well because we had no food waste from lunch. No, it's a tremendous effort, really, to try to do this. We all have to think about this. Planning and ordering food has to be done thoughtfully. Our vendors have to cooperate. They have to support the effort. And we all have to pay attention in the food that we consume. So be patient with our servers. If you don't have your favorite choice left throughout this week, be understanding and notice that we're using compostable materials. We're limiting plastic use. And there's recycling containers everywhere. So that's the plan for the week. You have in your bags, which I hope everybody has an opportunity to have, an agenda for the week. It guides you through, but there's also monitors everywhere. Everything's online, and there's even more opportunity for chat and resources online. So engage in both ways if you can, because our online audience is really anxious to hear from all of you.